What's up everybody, it's your boy Nate. You guys know that I love After Effects. I mean, it's practically my job. I've used it for all kinds of stuff, from commercial work to fun creative projects, and honestly the community is just always coming up with so many super dope techniques. My mind is just freaking blown. So guess what we're doing today? We're talking about the top 10 After Effects techniques coming out of the community, and hopefully if you guys stick around to the end of this video, you're gonna leave with some inspiration that you can take into projects of your own. I am super excited. I know you are too. All right, let's go. Okay, so first up, we have a super dope effect from VFX Maria. Off the bat, this 3D motion tracking effect just looks super, super dope. Like, yo, she freaking killed this. The 3D track is rock solid, animation is gorgeous, but what I really think makes this effect stand out is how that glass pane on the phone, if you see how it opens up, we actually have the footage color corrected underneath it to make it look as if that 3D glass is actually real and we're looking through it. So that is just one of those really nice details that I think makes the effect just come together that much better. Noise. Yeah, I don't know if I can do that. Anyway, so we've seen Edward OV do something similar in previous episodes on the top 10 crazy After Effects techniques. So I think it's just even nicer to see how someone else could take this effect, completely make it their own. It's honestly one of the things I love about the VFX community is being able to take inspiration from other super dope creatives. Oh shoot, yo, she actually even shows a breakdown of the effect. Yo, okay, whenever a VFX artist not only shows a super cool effect, but even breaks it down and shows the rest of the community how that magic was made, I just gotta give extra kudos for that. So thanks a lot. Super sick, VFX Maria. Hope to see more of your work. All right, on to the next one. Gucci garbage, Gucci bucks, Gucci skins. You gon' cut there, we know that. So next up, we have one from Ophir Shaham, who, if you guys haven't heard of him before, you might know him as Blotter Media, one of the ones who have popularized some of the sickest glowing dance animation effects.
I'm not looking for one night. You're not looking for a love like cash on me. I got hit a lot of me. Was a trip. Watch on how they follow me. Yeah, I got them all on me. Go, let's go.
Holy shit. So all of these little details in the effect, I'm just freaking mind blown because I already can tell that that takes so much time. He's doing this frame by frame.
Yeah, I keep a style on me. Pretty freaks, they gon' bitches all on me. Wet party, I got 30 down with right now. Let's go. I know shooters, NDC, Bradley Beal.
And what normally would have been just kind of like a regular dance video is all of a sudden so much more fun and so much more flashy and poppy, and holy shit. Yeah, and I really think that one of the things that stands out about this effect is just the level of creativity and being able to create all of these different styles. And now if you guys actually want to learn how to do an effect like this, we have a tutorial on the channel that goes over not just how to draw in After Effects, but how to even think about the animation and how to do the coloring and the lighting and everything. So go ahead, check out that video if you're interested. It's honestly such a super fun effect to do. Huge props to Ophir Shaham, man. You are just straight fire when it comes to doing these effects. Love your work a lot, and I hope to see more. Keep on inspiring the community, man. On to the next one. All right, so next up, this one has to be one of my favorites. It's a behind the scenes from Jesser722.
Pretend like you're throwing a boomerang. For this video, I had the Insta360R on a pole, and I had Will throw it around like he was throwing a boomerang.
If you guys haven't used a 360 camera before, they're really, really dope. And yet, it's kind of hard to figure out some cool effects with them just because there's so much flexibility. So I love how not only did he have a 360 camera, but he found a practical use for it.
This was the footage we got. Then I masked myself out. Then to get rid of me, I used the content aware fill on Adobe After Effects. Then at the end, I added a fake boomerang shadow.
Looks like it came out really dope, man. From a production standpoint too, in order to think of this effect and just have it tethered onto this selfie stick and have Will Smith fake throw it off and then loop back around, and then for him to go through and delete himself or mask himself out. Even the subtle detail of this first few frames with the boomerang shadow, that is just so, so cool, and I just love it a lot.
And here's the final video.
Really love your work. And also, how did Jesser722 even get hit up by Will Smith to do this video? Well, he says that his team just saw his work and invited him out. So pretty cool, man, to get that opportunity. Hope to see more of your work. On to the next one. Whoosh. Okay, so next up we got one from Need Graphics, and let's see. Yo, okay, so Need Graphics actually didn't make this effect. He was asking if anyone knows how this super cool effect is made. Already, I gotta say, this looks like, even though it's on the skin, it actually is probably just hand-drawn frame by frame, because I don't think that there's any sort of tracking tool that you could use to really make this effect, at least in the way that it's animated like that. The only thing I could possibly think of that might help you would be something like Lockdown, but all of these details and the way that these lines are even drawn on and animated, holy shit, this is so cool. So hopefully, hey, if you guys in the community have any idea how this was made, please leave a comment down below. I'm sure Need Graphics and everyone else who thinks this one is super cool is gonna appreciate that as well. All right, on to the next effect. Next up, we have one from Jimmy Bones. Jimmy Bones! At least that's how I read it when I see the name here. So Jimmy Bones calls this effect time slice. Now, I know that we've talked about time lapses, hyperlapses, loops, all kinds of things. And if you can't tell already, time is a huge factor of motion design. So when I saw this effect, I don't think I've ever really seen something like this before. I just knew I had to share it with you guys because this effect looks so cool and hypnotic. Like, I'm trying to figure out what exactly I'm looking at right now. Oh shoot, yeah, okay, so Chrisella just pointed out how the colors at the bottom are changing. Okay, so it looks like he's cycling through shots of the same place, but just at different times, which is a pretty cool concept because I would assume that makes the production process really similar to time lapses, in which pretty much people just set up a camera, they set it on a tripod and wait hours and hours taking a shot every few seconds. Except in this case, we see maybe like it's been a few hours in between each shot, right? Is this New York? I can't tell, shoot. Can you tell if that's New York? I don't know. Okay, maybe it's Europe. I'm thinking that the way that he's getting this sort of rectangular shape changing time is he's maybe using like a rectangular mat on top of these different time lapse. I gotta say, I really love how choppy the 6 to 12 frames per second is looking on this animation. It might just be because he actually maybe only took a few shots, but either way, if it was a deliberate decision to make it a stop motion vibe, I just love it. Really cool take on what would normally be probably a traditional time lapse, and just makes it that much cooler with the use of masking and After Effects. So super dope, Jimmy Bones. I hope to see more. All right, on to the next effect. Okay, so next up we have one from Classy Moves. I am T'Challa. This looks super cool. This one is a tribute to the King, and I'm sure he's referring to Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace, the actor of Black Panther. So this looks to be a tribute piece that he made to him. I think he honestly did so much justice, because this first initial animation with the, looks like kind of like these constellation lines getting drawn in between these stars, and then it turns out to be the Black Panther necklace, and it breaks in between the hands, and then all of a sudden we get these stars that 3D warp into what appears to be the mask of it. it. So yeah, there's just so many layers to this effect that is so sick. I really love it, even from the subtle animations that you have going on here, the lighting up effects, the background changing. Yeah, really dope work, man. Let me see, I wonder if he even says it. How did he do this? Shoot, so it looks like he was inspired by All the Stars, Kendrick Lamar and SZA. Super dope song too, I gotta say. I have no idea how much time it took him, but he also says if you want to check him out on Instagram, it's Rohan Lorenz on Instagram. So I think I'm gonna probably see if he has any other cool work.
I tried to scream, but my head was underwater.
Yo, okay, yeah, man, you got super dope work.
They called me weak, like I'm not just somebody's daughter.
Really awesome to see your stuff, classy moves. Hope to see more. All right, on to the next effect.
It's the mentality of the champions, set the new standard. Can't put me down.
All right, so for this effect, we have a super cool green screen VFX shot.
Ain't no stopping, moolah hunting, never say no, I just keep on.
Now, this one looks to be done by Bondell, and it's for a Friends music video.
Taking, ain't no stopping, moolah hunting, never say no, I just keep taking. Ain't no stopping.
Kind of funny because we actually did another green screen VFX on the channel.
Every day, 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 every day. We got.
You guys want to know how it was made, go ahead, hit that tutorial. But for a quick rundown, we actually made in our living room, believe it or not, with just a portable green screen, After Effects, and Envato Elements. Now, if you guys have not heard of Envato Elements before, it's my favorite resource for creatives. Envato Elements was something that we used to make this project quickly and easily. Not only that, but it ended up coming out looking amazing. If you're curious on how to use Envato Elements, it's super easy. At first, I was mind blown to think that I was able to access all of their templates and stock video and also assets on the market like RTFX generator, huge favorite. In order to download anything, you just have to search in and bam, I have access to a whole bunch of stock footage. So I'm gonna go ahead and click download, which is gonna include not just the file, but also the licensing that I'm gonna need to make sure that I don't have to worry about any copyright issues. So let's go ahead, import this into After Effects. Bam, we have this really dope 3D lightning effect just with a few clicks. If you guys are not using stock footage or additional resources to make your projects, I guarantee you once you start doing something like that, it's gonna take your projects to a whole nother level. So anyways, this effect looks to be kind of similar to that, except he's using all these shots around a city to do this. And yeah, this looks super cool. I wonder if any of this is stock footage as well, because these shots are looking super clean and really impressive, man. Love your use of a green screen. And hey, for the community who is out there making all kinds of music videos, I want you guys to make sure that you send in your work, so hopefully you can be featured on this as well. Always love getting some super cool, crazy ideas. And I know that green screen VFX are one of those things that just have so much flexibility and range that people can come up with so much cool stuff. But anyways, hope to see more of your work. On to the next one. Okay, so next up we have one from, it looks like Belarus guy. Holy shit, yo, this is so trippy. Are you guys seeing this? Whoa. Yo, okay, honestly, staring at the center of this, I feel like I'm on a roller coaster. Whoa, okay. Don't tell me this loops. Yo, no freaking way. Yo, and this thing actually loops all the way. Yo, this is so sick. Okay, so we gotta break this one down. I don't know if you guys have ever seen stuff from Beeple before, but this kind of is giving me a bit of Beeple vibes. Already off the bat, we get this shot of a phone, which I'm assuming this is a commentary on social media and the endless scrolling and void that you can get into. So on an artistic level, huge props, you know, all that symbolism in your motion design, really dope, appreciate it. But on top of that, from not just an artistic standpoint, but the technical level to create this world existing inside of the phone and inside of the UI, I just think it is super dope. Must have taken you a whole while. Let's see. Ironically, he says this is what happens when you can't go outside, so all day long in Instagram. And yet I would say this is probably what happens when you spend all day long on After Effects. It looks like even in the beginning we get like this slight motion tracking of, I don't know if he just is like layering up this and then scaling them. That's how we get this effect. This 3D world that he made, holy shit. I wonder if he did this in Cinema 4D or Element, or yeah, how much of this is a combination of the two. And then it even looks like at the edges we're getting a bit of that, I wanna say it's either mirror or kaleidoscope. Super dope work, Belarus guy. I just love it a lot. As always, I hope to see more of your work, man. All right, on to the next one. Yo, so next up we have one from Iqbal Javier. This is a really cool 3D tracking effect with a little bit of animation and glitching going on there. I gotta say, Iqbal Javier was one who we featured on the channel earlier for having some really cool tracking effects. So when I said that I would be super excited to see some of your work again, I wasn't lying, man, because you just keep killing it every time. So looks like he just pretty much is using, I don't want to say like Element 3D because I don't actually see anything fully 3D rendered inside there. It all looks like he's using After Effects to create these cool visuals. So great job, Iqbal Javier. Love your work, man. Keep it up. Hope to see more. On to the next effect. Okay, so that is it for this time. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Now, if you guys can take away any inspiration from these projects, let us know down in the comments and make sure that you smash that like button so we know to keep this going. Now, if you also want to be featured, the way that it pretty much works is that me and Chriselle will look at the videos that you guys submit in. You can either make work of your own and send it in, or you can send us something super cool that you saw online. Either way, we're going to check it out. Make sure that you DM us on Instagram at BLACKMIXTURE, tag us, do whatever. There's a whole bunch of ways that you guys can get your work out in front of us. Keep this community alive with some super fresh ideas. Huge shout out to all the people who have submitted your work for the Feature Fridays. It's been super fun checking out all of your work, and honestly, I'm just mind blown whenever you guys send in something. Shoot, Chriselle will just send me something like, yo, check out this work from blah, 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 blah. If you guys have not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ding that notification bell too, so you don't miss out on any of the super cool stuff that we got planned for you. Oh, and thanks to all the patrons on the Patreon. You guys have been supporting us from day one. It's a huge help to keep this channel going. As always, I hope to catch you guys on the next one. Until next time, peace. So if you guys haven't seen already, this time around we got a new phone, the Samsung Note 20 Ultra. I gotta say, it was a phone that I thought I was gonna return the first day that I bought it, and yet I still have it 2 weeks later, and I'm loving it more and more every day. So if you guys even are interested in something like a review of the phone, we might be doing that on the channel. If you wanna see it, comment down below. If there's not enough comments, honestly, I'm just gonna keep all those opinions to myself, but I think there's a lot to be said about this phone, especially for creatives. Yeah, let me know what you guys think.